Hello and welcome to the latest instalment of the Rangers Women's Supporters Group podcast. Probably the only positive Rangers podcast you'll listen to tonight. As always, joined by Kat and Alan. How are you both doing?
Yeah, good. Good day all round. Good, enjoyable performance and great banter at the football. So, good.
Happy days. Alan?
Yeah, it's been a good day. Obviously, we made the right choice on what game we go to today. So, it's been a good day, as Carl said. Good banter at a game today, good performance, and, generally an all-round good day.
Yeah, we'll get into some news this week. Mia MacArthur moved to Gartcairn Car. She was at Livingston, got recalled, and then she's going to Gartcairn. So, not too much change in kind of league position team, but hopefully she gets more minutes there and kicks on the rest of the season.
Yeah, I don't really know why we recalled her to then send her back out on to Gartcairn, but maybe Gartcairn have promised more game time, potentially. Gartcairn are up there in the league. I don't think they're going to overtake Hamilton by any stretch of the imagination, but they're always ones that's fighting for promotion. So hopefully a good chance for her to get a lot of game time and progress.
Yeah, I think it seems maybe a change of position. I think the Rangers maybe want her more in midfield. I think they've been playing her kind of deeper, so it could be one of the reasons.
That would be my guess. Not knowing any detail behind it, but I know Mia MacArthur's been playing fullback at Livingston, and she's been signed to play in the middle of the park for Gartcairn. So that might be a factor. But Gartcairn are a good setup. We've obviously been happy with how Madison's been treated there. She's been on loan since the summer, so a good move for her. They'll do well under Graham Hart, although they'll probably not catch Hamilton. Hamilton are quite stretched ahead at the top, but as long as Mia MacArthur keeps getting game time, like all the rest of the young players, the games will do the world of good.
Yep, definitely wish her all the best for the rest of the season. Kat, next up we had Brogan's 150th appearance last week. Just what are you going to say for Brogan? She's just one of these players that seems to have been around forever, but is one of the best players we've got as well.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to know when that started, because she joined us in 2017, so you think she'd have hit that before now. So I'm assuming that's professional appearances, which even still you think she'd hit that sooner, but with injuries here and there the last couple of seasons, she's missed a few games, but hell of an achievement for Brogan, and I'm very sure that she'll hit 200, 250, probably 300 before she leaves us, because she'll be here forever, and she's a classy player. She's only getting better, which is crazy to think how good she already was, but even today's performance shows that she's just an incredible player. She's just so class, so buzzing for her.
Yeah, Alan, as Cash said, you would think she would have more than now, but it seems to be professional appearances that we've kind of started logging them from, but she's just one of the players that you can see sticking around forever.
Oh, definitely, and it's good to see that being recognised. Brogan's been a stalwart for us for longer than I've been going to the games, so it's absolutely brilliant to see her getting recognition. And she's playing really well this season. She's getting a lot more 90 minutes under her belt as well. Which is good to see. Brogan's still really strong in today's game. Even towards the end of it. So, she's in a really good place. It looks like right now. She's enjoying her football, and Brogan Hay enjoying her football tends to result in her playing really, really well, and long may that continue.
Yep, definitely. Car, the under-17s won their league yesterday. We looked at the picture and we were like, it's amazing how many we actually noticed for following the young ones, but it's good to see that they're still getting success, because they've quite a few of them have came up through the age group, so it's good to see that they're still winning their leagues and kicking on.
Yeah, I mean, it's fantastic for them. I believe last year they won the cup, but they just missed out on the league. I think Hibs won it, so for them to fight back this season and go on and win it is incredible. A lot of talent in that squad, and I'm sure in a few years or even next season we'll have a few new faces coming up to join the first team squad, so to speak. So yeah, it's just class. They're so good. Our academy is incredible when you actually think about how many players that even are not with us anymore but are flourishing at other clubs. It's just incredible to see. So fantastic for them. Congratulations to them all. Hopefully they'll enjoy the break this summer, and hopefully we'll see them soon.
Yeah, Alan, it's always good to see Rangers winning trophies, but we definitely have probably the best academy in Scotland for the women's side.
Yeah, on evidence we see, it very much looks that way. It's brilliant that they're learning how to win, and how to get league titles over the line. It's massive and it's much needed at the club. So bringing players through with that sort of mentality, that experience, getting the job done, and being the best over the course of a full season. You tend to finish where you deserve after 38 league games or however many you play. So, the girls have won the league, and by doing that, they've thoroughly deserved it. So, brilliant to see it getting posted and shared, and them getting a wee bit of recognition. So, long may that level of success for the youth teams continue.
Yep, so congratulations to them, and obviously, as Car says, we'll probably will see a few of them over the next season or two. So we'll move on to today's game. We're playing Aberdeen at Broadwood, and it turned out to be quite a good day. We started with Esson, Eddie, Hill, Rafferty, Medag, Hay, Howitt, Hardy, Macaulay, McCleary, and Wilkinson. Car, quite a attacking lineup, that one. What did you think?
Yeah, very attacking. I mean, I thought we'd probably go pretty strong and then, make some changes later on. I didn't quite think it'd be that strong, but I'm not complaining about it. A few notable absentees with Nick Dock and Chelsea not in the squad, but found out it's just illness. So hopefully they'll be back feeling better for next week. Yeah, just overall pretty happy with it. Would have been nice to see the new goalkeeper, but that doesn't seem to be like it's happening anytime soon. But hopefully we'll find out later from Alan if what's going on there. Yeah, but overall very happy with it.
Yeah, Alan, what did you make it? I think it's a team that needed to come on and start quite quick, and with it being so attacking, that was obviously the aim of the game for Joe as well.
Yeah, it was almost like going back to the future with the front three. That's how we started the season. Kirsty playing in behind Rio and Wilco, and they have a good sort of rapport playing together. And maybe playing deeper isn't Kirsty how it's natural role, but she done really well at the start of the season, and she's found herself sort of back in that position. And Jodie's in there probably doing the sort of Chelsea corner role, being a menace and just biting at people's heels, and showing a lot of energy in the middle. So, we're really comfortable with how we set up. It was a good start.
Yeah, Cara, like we said before the game, we wanted a goal within 5 minutes, but we weren't too far off it. We got 8 minutes, and Wilco got our first goal of the day and also our 700th professional goal. So quite a remarkable start there, but also Wilco seems to like scoring against Aberdeen.
Yeah, I mean, she seems to hate Aberdeen, doesn't she? I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just because when she came in the summer, that was the first game we played, and she's now got a vendetta against them or something. I don't know, but yeah, I mean, it was great work from all of the front three, so to speak, with Rio laying the ball off to Kirsty Howitt, who basically put it on a plate for Wilco to just hit it into the back of the net. A good goal, good team goal. Not as early as we would have liked, and we were getting a little bit frustrated with us playing backwards a lot. But once we scored this goal, we just started flowing and playing really good football.
Yeah, Alan, you're obviously a regular stat man, like looking at stats, but 700 professional goals is quite the stat, considering it's only been a few seasons really that we've been professional, but that's quite the target that we've reached.
Yeah, listen, it's a relatively short space of time to score those goals, and certainly we've had some big wins in there, which has helped that. But Katie Wilkinson's probably going to nab a few records this season. She's well on course for it, so I'm sure Katie will be delighted to find out that she's scored the 700th goal, and she scored the 701st as well.
She did. No, it was Kirsty Howitt next. You're jumping ahead of it.
I'm jumping ahead. It was the 702nd Katie scored.
So, Kirsty Howitt got our second of the day car, and I'm not even going to go with the 700 nods. It was all Kirsty Howitt scored. Good to see her getting on the score sheet.
Yeah, I mean, it was Kathy that played the ball to Wilco, who then fed the ball to Kirsty, who's kind of slaughtered it under or around the keeper at the near post. A good team goal again, everybody linking up, playing really well together. Some nice football in there. So, yeah, good for Kirsty to get back on the score sheet. Obviously scored last week with a penalty, but I mean, and another goal if you're being technical, but I don't think it was an own goal. But good for Kirsty. I think it makes her more confident when she scores, and you could see that come out after she scored today. She was playing with a bit more freedom.
Yep, Alan, now you can talk about Wilco's second goal of the day.
Yeah, listen, it was brilliant work from Brogan on the right. You know, she thought to make space for a cross, and you know, it was an excellent cross and a very, very good header by Katie. She had quite a bit to do with the header, but has managed to find the far corner, and you know, an excellent goal all round. You know, so it'd been great work from Brogan, excellent cross, and Katie's done brilliant with the header. So free and easy, so puts in a very good position.
It did, Kat, and it was the kind of performance we've been needing in like a first half. And we didn't stop there. We had Rio Hardy getting on the score sheet, obviously not happy seeing our strike partners getting the goal. She's always got to get involved as well.
Yeah, I mean, fourth goal of the day, and all three of our strikers have scored. Is not a bad doing, really, when you think about it. But Mia does exceptionally well here, if I could talk, to beat the defenders. Beautiful ball into Wilco, who kind of volleys it, gets saved, but Rio's there to just nab it and poke it into the back of the net under the goalkeeper. So exceptional work from everyone again. I mean, Mia was absolutely terrorising them down that wing. I think before this or potentially after it, she takes a cuts in, takes a shot, and it goes quite high over the crossbar. But she was doing a lot of hard work, which is good to see. And then Rio's on the score sheet too.
Yeah, we had a lot of good play in that first half, Alan, and I think we've got to have a wee special mention to Leah Eddy. She was absolutely phenomenal and was in our player of the match poll probably in the first half, to be honest. She was doing bits and pieces, and I think she's been getting some skills off Eddie and all the other youngsters because she was absolutely phenomenal that first half.
Yeah, and I think Leah's been moving a bit at the back line, you know, as different people have moved in the team, even off the bench and during games. She's been moving a bit side to side, so it's been really good to see, and she was excellent today. You know, we were talking about that all game, you know, even though we were scoring goals and not looking threatened at the back, you know, Leah was excellent in starting a lot of the attacks from the back, so very impressed by Leah's performance today.
Kat, it's one of those when you put the match poll up and you see, obviously, people just see that Wilco scored a hat trick, so naturally she's probably going to win it. But having been at the game, Leah Eddy was just absolutely sensational. And obviously, it's Aberdeen. You're expecting the back line to be good, but our attacking playing that's really coming on. She seems to really be settling into the team now.
Yeah, she looks a lot more comfortable. Like at the start of the season, she looked a little bit, for lack of a better word, janky. She was just struggling a little bit to get going. But this game especially, she was kind of running into the midfield, playing the passes, and had players around her and was coming away with the ball, was getting pushed and shoved all over the place by the Aberdeen players, and was coming away with it and making the passes. She's an exceptional young player, might I add. She's not as young as some of our players, but she's still pretty young. So the fact that she's back at the club is looking confident and looking comfortable is only going to be good for us, especially when, you know, Nick's out with, you know, illness at the moment, but to have someone in there that can step in, you know, move about the backline, which is nice to see, but she looks a lot more comfortable on that side, I think, and she was just exceptional the whole game.
Yep, so 4-0 at half-time. We've seen Innie warming up Alan at half-time, so good to see her making a return back after kind of an injury that she's had, and Kathy went off, so good to see Innie back.
It's always good to see Kirsten McLean back in our team. You know, we saw her in a lot of training pictures, so we knew she was at least close to fitness. So it was a boost when we saw the team lineup and Kirsten McLean's on the bench. So seeing her come on at half time and get 45 minutes is excellent, and it gives Kathy a wee rest. And that means just a wee bit of shuffling about as Tess moved to the back and Laura Rafferty moved central. But it was good also mention Laura Rafferty to see her back in the team after missing it last week after picking up an injury at Spartans. So good to see her back in the team.
Yep, definitely. She nearly got herself injured again, but just what Raf does, she just puts herself about and dives into things. But she did say to us at the end that she was making sure she kept her head out the way, so at least she's learnt her lesson for them. We came out firing still in the second half, Car, and Wilco got her hat trick on 48 minutes. Not a bad shift.
Just what she does. I think it's a bad day at the office if she doesn't score 3 goals, to be honest. But I mean, Jodie, who we should mention, had an excellent game as well as Leah Eddy and everyone else basically. Does well, got the ball into the box, finds Wilco, who I think kind of switches the ball around to her right foot and curled it into the far corner of the goal. I don't remember it exactly. I think we were having too much fun at that point, having a laugh, so I don't remember it exactly, but I know that she scored quite a nice goal for this one, so I look forward to seeing that back.
Yeah, that was a lot to carry on today, but anyway, we'll move on. Talking of carry on, Alan, the next goal was great work for Jodie. As Car said, Jodie had an absolutely phenomenal game. The goal goes through the keeper's legs, but also comes off the keeper. So it's been given as an own goal. But I think personally we're giving it to Jodie, and we told her that, and she's quite happy. So what do you think?
Yeah, I saw Jodie heading out and asked her if she was claiming it. She said she was until she saw it had been put down as an OG. I think even as generous as we want to be, that's an own goal all day long. And as Jodie says, she's still not scored this season. So I think she's got a wee personal mission to get in the score sheet. So as Car says, Jodie was excellent today. She's in the midfield. She's getting more involved in the game, playing centrally. So, it's really good to see. She gets so much energy that she brings to the team, and she's getting stronger and stronger and far more capable of dealing with the physical side of the game. She's just bowling through players and, just boundless energy, and even right to the end of the game.
Yeah, definitely. I think Cara and I are then giving it to Jodie. Nobody else is giving it to Jodie, but we're giving it to Jodie. But you did predict an own goal, Car, so...
Aye, but first goal, and so that didn't quite happen. But I'm giving it to Jodie because it was our 100th goal of the season that we scored. So I wanted it to be our goal and not an own goal. But that was the 100th goal that we scored this season in the league. I don't think it included the cup. So an incredible achievement when a few years ago we were struggling to get to 100. So already be at that point this season is incredible. So thank God for Katie Wilkinson. That's all I've got to say.
Yeah, definitely. Next goal was Rio Hardy, Alan, her second of the day, and she put in some shift as well. I think we could literally go through the full team and say how amazing they all were today, but Rio getting her second goal.
Yeah, I think Rio's come back after a wee break at Christmas and been in really, really good form. I think Rio's playing extremely well right now, and it's good to see Rio Hardy being rewarded with goals. So our finishing is always a top notch, and she's always in the right position. And I've got absolute faith that if chances come Rio Hardy's way, she's going to score goals. And she'll probably be a wee bit disappointed selfishly that she went off before she managed to get a hat trick. But I think Rio again was excellent.
She was indeed, and she did go off, Car. We've seen. I wonder who we've seen warming up. Rio went off with Wilco, who was obviously Wilco at a hat trick. Rio, as you say, would have been disappointed, but on comes Jane Ross, who you were obviously buzzing about, Car, and and Laura Berry. What was about that?
I mean, to be Aberdeen, what were we at that point, 7-0 down, and see Jane Ross and Laura Berry coming off the bench must be so daunting for them. That must be horrendous. But I was absolutely buzzing. Of course I would be, because Laura Berry was finally getting some game time. Thought she'd maybe get a little bit more, but can't be too greedy this early. She's just back from her loan spell, so give her time to bed back in and settle down. But she looked lively when she came on. A few rogue touches here and there, but she's still young and a lot to learn, I suppose. But comes back, plays, 10 minutes, 12 minutes, something like that, and gets a goal. So I was happy with that.
Yeah, and she come on, her and Jane Ross obviously are quite the duo, but the two of them, I think, at one point were just chasing down the keeper. Nancy's to Cara was like, it's like the hunter hunting the prey. The two of them were just like determined to like hunt down the ball, and it's just exactly what you get for the two of them. They just come on and they're always hungry to make something happen. I think Jane had a bit of a flying elbow at one point. At one point, it just kind of looked at her like, get up. But yeah, it's just what you get for them, eh?
Yeah, and they got a bit longer than Carl thought. You know, it was sort of 66 minutes when they both came on, so there's plenty of time. But I think there's a number of subs had been made at that time. You know, Liv was up on, Lizzie was on as well by this point, and the game did break down a little bit with so many subs. But you know, what they brought was energy and desire. You know, fresh legs. You know, Katie and Rio had excellent games, so they deserved a bit of rest, getting off, and you know, it was great to see how buzzing everybody was, you know, in the stands and on the pitch. Laura Berry coming back, we've all obviously got so much high hopes for all our young players, but you know, particularly excited about what's to come from Laura Berry.
Okay, that's enough. Shall we get a big head now? Next goal was, we were all obviously wanting it to be Laura Berry, but Liv came on and stole her thunder. She got a quick double, which was good to get Liv in amongst the goals. It's always good to spread the goals about the team as well.
I mean, it is, because we used to do that quite often. There'd be goals coming from all over the pitch, so it's nice to get back to that a little bit. First goal, I don't really remember too much about it. I know she scored, so that's good. The second one, I think, is a really good goal. Lizzie did excellently when she came on, was just firing balls across the goal from that right-hand side of the pitch. And Liv kind of volleys it into the back of the net. But as you say, a quick double from Liv, who was very lively when she came on, was running about as she always does, doing her, I want to say skills and thrills, but not quite so much, just absolutely skinning folk and taking the ball off them and doing everything that she used to do. She's a class player for us, and I think she always will be.
Yeah, I think she's enjoyed a bit of a rest as well, which we did call earlier in the season she was needing, so sometimes we do know what we're talking about. Then the final goal of the game, and the one that got the teeny tiny numbers on the scoreboard, Alan.
we wanted this goal for multiple reasons. You know, we spoke all day. We wanted to see the tiny numbers on the scoreboard, so we wanted to see Laura Berry score, and what a combination! Laura Berry scores number 10. You know, at second time asking, you know, she sort of keep her save her initial effort, but kept ahead and made sure that she got it second time asking. So we've got 10 goals. We saw the tiny numbers. We saw Laura Berry score. We saw Katie Wilkinson get a Sunday name, which is Katie Wilkinson hat-trick. And, you know, a clean sheet, a bonus. So all in, I would say that was an excellent day's work.
Lovely day at the office. Perfect. Car, do you want to talk about Laura Berry's goal? Just because I said we'd spoke about it enough, but go on, just speak about her some more.
I mean, Alan's done a good justice there. She does really well. Takes a shot, initially saved. Just patient, wait, and then make sure that the second one goes into the back of the net. You know, she had chances before that, but just was getting kind of shut down a lot. But just kept going. Exactly what she does, was chasing things down, was running about the midfield up points, was just terrorising everyone as she does. So nice to see her score, and she got the biggest cheer of the day, I think, when she scored, because everybody's just so buzzing that she's back, which can only be nice for her to hear that, because I don't know if she's aware of how beloved she is by us as a support, but hopefully she's aware of that, and we're all buzzing to see her. And then of course the teeny tiny numbers just really seals the deal. I hope they never fix that on the scoreboard. I hope that never gets corrected, and that every time we score double digit goals, it goes to the tiny numbers, because it's just absolutely class.
That's what we wanted for the day. We got what we wanted. Laura Berry on teeny tiny numbers. What a day. 10 mil.
Oh god.
Alan, save us. Play at the back.
Well, I voted on the poll for Leah Eddy. You know, we spoke all game, you know, about how well she was playing, you know, and so much started from her. You know, Katie was excellent, Rio was excellent, Jodie had a brilliant game. You know, Brogan, you know, we've barely spoke about Brogan during our sort of recapping the game. You know, Brogan was excellent. Mia McCauley on the other side, fantastic. And then Lizzie comes off the bench and gets 2 assists for Liv's 2 goals. So, absolutely great game. Felt all involved, but Leah got my vote.
Yeah, I would have to say, I think I said at the half-time mark that she was getting it, so can't go back on that now. But yeah, as you said, everybody was probably the best team performance we've played all season, I would say. Could probably argue, but yeah, I think Leah has to get it. But everybody was absolutely fantastic today. I think they were all buzzing at the end as well when we were talking to them, because they obviously all felt that as well, Cash. So who are you giving it to?
I voted for Leah as well because she was just absolutely class, especially that first half and even into the second half. But as you say, Jodie could very easily get it. Brogan could very easily get it. But as you say, Wilco will win it because people haven't been able to see the game, so they will just automatically give it to her because she scored 3 goals. But off the ball work that basically everybody did. I mean, Mia could be in there as well. Rio, there's just pretty much everybody in the pitch apart from maybe Vic, but that's not a discredit to her. She just had nothing to do today, so it could have been anyone. But I gave it to Leah because she was just really probably her best performance for us today. So I think she has to win.
Yeah, absolutely. Up next we have Partick Thistle, Alan. TV game for anybody that wants to know if it's on TV. It is on TV next week. It's on BBC Alba, 4:10. Usually it's pay at the gate, but they've now put tickets on sale on Fanbase. So get your tickets on Fanbase. We'll post the link in the description because it has thrown everybody off, I think. But Partick, would you go with pretty much the same team as today?
I think, given how well we've played, it'll be a surprise if we don't. I'm sure Nick will be fine after being ill this week for next week. Chelsea had a knock-in training, but could have played at a push today. So I expect Chelsea will be back in contention. So I think the fight for places in the team, is really sort of strong right now. The players with the jerseys right now are definitely got a claim to hold on to him. Camille Lefay's been excellent recently, and she did go off the bench today. So, the competition for places is fierce, and we need it to be. We speak all the time. It's going to be a really, really tough last few months of the season. We're going to be up against it, but we get a bonus going and beating Brian Graham's Partick and making sure they're in the bottom 6. So that's how results have worked today. So when we beat them next week, then they'll be playing the bottom 6 for the rest of the season. And they won't have to worry about playing on Saturdays.
Don't start me off again. Go on. Karen, would you make... Obviously, you're probably going to want to bring Laura Berry in, but do you think Joe will make many changes?
No, I mean, I don't know if I would start Laura Berry, which is a wild thing for me to ever say, I think, but I probably would stick with Wilco, Rio and Kirsty Howard just from the start, make sure the game gets won, because we have been burnt before at Petershill against Partick, so we need to get an early goal. That'll settle everything down. The only change I'd maybe make would start Kirsty McLean in the midfield, which probably means that Tess drops out. But then if Chelsea's back fit, do you put Chelsea back in? I don't know. That's not my choice to make. But I probably would stick with that and Kirsty McLean in the midfield. I probably wouldn't put the new goalkeeper in because she hasn't played yet. So to play against a team that, can be stuffy against us and we have, struggled against previously, I would stick with, I guess, Vic or Jenna. It doesn't really matter which one. They've both proven themselves against Partick. I just hope what Alan said doesn't come back to bite us after next week's podcast. So if it does, we'll all be blaming Alan Brown for what he's just said. But let's hope that we get the job done early. Wilco will probably get another hat trick and we'll be sailing off into the sunset.
Yeah, well done, Alan, if you've jinxed us.
I will not be seen in this podcast next week if I've jinxed it. I will probably be in hospital after I get blamed and battered for it. So, but we'll might as well look back to today's game because you'll obviously want to hear from Laura Berry herself. After I spoke to her post-match. I know you've been waiting long enough, so I did speak to Laura just after I spoke to Joe, but we'll play what Laura had to say first.
Go for it.
Laura, Welcome back for your loan spell. The best way possible for striker to come back, getting on the score sheet.
Yeah, definitely. I'm happy to be back and getting the score sheet's even better, so I'm delighted.
Obviously, we've not seen you properly since you signed a new contract at Christmas, so we're all delighted to see that. It must be a big boost that you've signed that.
Yeah, definitely. Just securing my future and knowing that Joe and all the people at the club believe in me is really big for me, and hopefully I can prove myself and keep playing games and try scoring goals.
Probably about a year and a half now you've really been playing first team football. How much do you feel you've sort of grown in that time with the loan spells and starting the season here?
Yeah, definitely. I think Motherwell helped me a lot. It gave me the game time and the confidence that I needed to come back and compete for my place at Rangers, so I'm really happy place.
How important was it getting that goal after a keeper saved the first attempt? You were still alert enough to make sure you got it the second time?
Yeah, definitely. I thought I messed it up when she blocked it, but no, I'm happy it went in. It's a good feeling.
And how have the girls welcomed you back into the squad, being part of it full time?
Yeah, all the girls are great, and even after the game, they're all buzzing that I scored for me, and it just means the world that they're all supporting me and behind me, so it's good.
And did you not see the cheers of the crowd? I think that was probably the most popular goal scored today.
Yeah, I heard it. It's a good feeling to not have the support behind me as well, and I'm delighted to be here and hopefully I can keep scoring and keep them happy.
I'll just keep working hard. We're all behind you, Laura. So
Thank you. Thank you.
So, understandably, Laura Berry is absolutely buzzing to be back. You know, she loves playing for us. You know, it means the world to her. You know, we know it means so much to her family. So, you know, the squad's full of players like that, and you know, I think what you can hear from Laura Berry is what we say about probably all the young team. You know, they're so humble. You know, they've got such a great attitude. Anytime we speak to them, you know, whether it's for post-match interviews or wherever we speak to them at Sidey Park, you know, their attitude is absolutely phenomenal, and you know, they're a credit to themselves and the club.
Also good to hear how confident she's got for earlier in the season when she was doing interviews. So as much as we send players away for match time, she's obviously done quite a bit of media for Motherwell as well. So that's good that you can actually hear her confidence in an interview as well. So that's always another positive as well.
Oh, absolutely. And you know, I thought it would have been nice if it was a surprise and you didn't know who done media, but you would have seen obviously Laura done the club media, so you would have known.
Yeah, so you got Joe as well.
Yes, I spoke to Joe. Joe was in quite a positive mood. So here's what Joe had to say. Big win today, Joe. Nice to see the team really building some momentum and some form.
Yeah, it's been a long time coming. You know, we spoke about starting stronger in games and giving ourselves a platform to push on, and we did that. Thought our first half performance was excellent. I mean, able to have a 4-0 pushing at half time allows us to, you know, get other people on the pitch and give them valuable minutes as well. So I thought the first 45 just put us in a really good position to be able to build confidence and build that, you know, the team cohesion, being able to move forward, and we showed that in the second half as well.
How's Laura Berry set back into the group now? She's back full time.
You can see, you know, she's back in scoring goals. She was in with us quite a bit anyway, training in with us. I kept her in twice a week, and now she's in full time. It's just like she's never been anywhere. So she's settling in really well, and she's just adding to an already decent strike force that we've got.
Definitely. Not just asking because she's sitting there, but how good was Leah Eddy today?
Not bad. They were all excellent. You know, it'd be tough to pick out one or two performances. I thought we were really good across the whole team. I thought we did exactly what I've asked us to do and what we've worked on in the week. We were confident and we were able to build out from the back and have the ability to step in and set our midfield into the right line. I thought our midfield two were excellent at coming in and dictating play and joining those two lines up, and then you can see the strike force at the bottom. Got three strikers playing higher up the pitch. You know, they're tough to handle, and being able to score that amount of goals in a game like today was excellent.
And last question, how's Thelma settling in and when you see her playing?
Yeah, she's done really well. You know, it's difficult when her season finishes in October, so she's had a long time not training or playing, so we need to make sure that we're looking after her and doing the right things and allowing that adaptation phase to her to settle in and know how we want to play, know our standards and what we look like. And yeah, it'll take a few weeks, but she'll be ready when she's ready.
Brilliant. Thanks a lot, Joe.
Cheers.
So the reason I asked about Leah like that, Joe was on her way up to go to the hospitality with Leah and Katie Wilkinson, who were sat in the stairs just as we were doing that interview. So, Leah was obviously listening in when I was praising her. So that's why Joe's like, nah, she was all right.
It's good to hear that Joe being positive, very positive for a change, but I think it's hard not to after that performance. But good that you can hear that kind of camaraderie. You can hear Leah Eddy kind of nervous and laughing as well. So that was really good, positive all round.
Yeah, and listen, I think obviously we beat Aberdeen 11-0 at the start of the season, but I think today's win was a much, much better win. I thought as good as we were at the start of the season, Aberdeen were a bit of a mess at the start of the season. Aberdeen have improved quite a lot. And in that time, they're a much sort of more cohesive and tougher unit. But I thought overall we were excellent today. That's an excellent performance. So I'm not surprised that the players, and we would have spoke to more players, pitch side, and I think everybody was rightly buzzing after that. It's a great boost to confidence. So many players coming in, so many scoring, and we've really set a marker, and we need to keep that up now.
Yeah, they were definitely all buzzing at the end, Car. One thing we should have probably touched on at the start was Scotland call-ups. A few kind of surprises in there for more who's left out than who's in, to be honest. But who is in is Leah Eddy, Kirsty McLean, Chelsea Cornet, and Mia McCauley. So a first call-up for Mia. Hopefully she gets a start. And it just shows the season she's having, in the past couple of seasons she's having, that she's finally getting recognised.
Yeah, I think I said to you, weird that Mia's not in the 17 squad, and I think we both said, well, she might be in the 23s, or maybe she'll get called up to the first team. So good for her. I spoke to her briefly after the game, and she said she was a little bit nervous about it, but was excited for the opportunity. And it is the whole Scotland squad at that point is very young. A lot of new faces in the squad, obviously with the interim coaching at the moment, trying new things. So be interesting to see how that plays out. And as long as they get game time, that's the main thing, because getting called up to sit on the bench is kind of pointless, especially in friendlies. So hopefully me and Kirsty and Chelsea and all of our players get the opportunity to play some games, come back fit, learn some things, and get us rolling for the end of the season.
Yeah, well, it's good to see we're well represented again. The players all certainly deserve it. But probably the biggest surprise, I think, everybody was Nick Dock being left out, and like the Lessons Jenna Fife as well is usually a kind of a mainstay in there, as much as she doesn't get game time, but she's usually in a bit there. So two of your players that have dropped out, probably quite surprising.
Yeah, a wee bit surprising, but there's quite a few changes. I think it was 11 or 12 changes, in terms of the full squad. So interim manager's come in, he's got nothing to lose, and he's going to give different players opportunities, which is probably ideal for a new manager coming in later on. Some more people have been in, and the coaching staff have actually had a wee look at him, see how he deal with the group and how he deal with the step up to international football. So, it'll be exciting to see, some a fresh looking squad, a more younger squad take on, the games coming up.
Yeah, so well done to our players that are obviously in there. Tickets are on sale now, I believe, so get along to that as well. Kat, just finish up with the loan report. You've got it there. How did we get on?
I will also say May Croft at 15-year-olds has been called up again to the England under-17s, which is incredible when you think about it. Being 15, playing minimal game time for us, has played a grand total of about 60 minutes, or maybe, I don't know, I can't remember how much she played last game, but as 15 and is called up for that, it's just incredible, and not for the first time either. So shout out to May for all the hard work she's been doing, and obviously being recognised for that. And now I'll do the loan report. So I just wanted to throw that in there. Hamilton lost, which is mental because they seem to have won every other game this season for them, but they lost 3-1 to Boroughmuir Thistle. Abby Tobin and Sophie Tinsley started, and think played the whole game. I don't really know. Hamilton's one of those teams that I struggle to get the information from. And Kirsten Love was on the bench. Queen's Park lost to Hibs, but only lost 2-0, which is crazy to me when you think about it, because Queen's Park have been losing quite heavily. So fair play to them for putting up a bit of a fight. Millie Payton came on the 65th minute. Lily Boyce played 90 minutes, and Sophie Rutherford played 90 minutes. So that's good. Good to see. Obviously, Sophie was announced earlier this week, I believe, or last week. I don't really know when it was, to go to them. So that's pretty good for her to get 90 minutes, like, straight away. Livingston Summerlaird came on in the 46th minute. I think they ended 1-1. It was still on when we started this podcast. I don't actually know what the final score was, but I think it was 1-1. Gart Cairn, Mia MacArthur played 70 minutes, and I believe from sources that ran the midfield before she went off. So that's incredible to see, obviously, from her making the switch over to Gart Cairn. And Maddie if I can say her name right, Madison Maxwell played 50 minutes, I think. They didn't actually put the time on the tweet to say when she got subbed, but she scored as well for them. And I believe they won quite favourably against... I can't remember who they were playing, so I won't even hazard a guess. Motherwell, Sophie Black started and I believe played 90 minutes, and Ailey Austin didn't play. She was on the bench, but she didn't play, so what's the point?
Ailey did come on.
Well, if they would update their Twitter to tell me that, I'd have a better...
According to the score centre, she came on in 64 minutes, so... I think Ailey will make her way into that team, and get a fair bit of football.
Okay. I'll apologise to Motherwell for assuming that she didn't get any game time. I'm glad to see that she did get game time. So if they could update their social media better, that'd be great, so I could know that. But that's good to see. They won 4-1 against Spartans, so comfortably up in that 6th position at the moment. So good to see. Kilmarnock, Jess Linden played 90 minutes. Which is good that she's getting full games. And Abby McMillan didn't play but was on the bench. So, and I'd like to apologise because I forgot her last week, so that's awful for me. But I've managed to include her this week. So a mixed bag, but a lot of game time across the whole piece. So good for our young players to get a lot of game time, and especially for Mia to be running the show in the midfield is good to hear.
Abby Tobin and Kirsten Love played as well during the week. Abby Tobin was excellent before, surprisingly, she was taken off. And Kirsten Love got an equaliser for Hamilton with pretty much the last kick of the ball. It's gone an absolute screamer from 20 yards. So, the girls on loan at Hamilton have done really well, and getting a lot of game time. Possibly less game time for Kirsten, but, she's up against a settled midfield and try to get in there. But, good to see Sophie Townsley was back today. So she missed it midweek, but good to see her back because probably Sophie and Abby have been the pick of the loan players out this season.
Yeah, good to see they're all getting good game time. Another one that we did miss for the internationals was Natalie Bandura, I want to say. She's called up for the Poland under-17 squad, so much young talent, it's hard to keep track of, Car, but we got there in the end. Good to see them all kind of doing well and getting recognised.
Yeah, it's exactly what you want. That's the whole point, and that's why there is under-17s and 23s and whatever set up so that these young players get the chance to go away with their countries and do that. It's a name that I recognise. I've seen her quite a lot from, I think it's her mum on Twitter, constantly posting about her, and she does look like a talented young player. So exciting to see another one that could potentially make their way up to our squad. So again, our academy is just incredible.
Yep, so we will leave it there. Get your tickets for Partick Thistle or watch it on the TV, whatever you feel like doing. My thanks as always to Alan and Cara for joining me, for continuing the craziness of today.
Thanks, Laura. It was a good day all round.
Wow. Yeah, thanks again for both of you. So.
Won the teeny tiny numbers.